Things you don't want to see looking at you at night. See the eyes? See you.
Хорош, ты меня перебиваешь. Ты в курсе?
Конечно.
While hiking late at night, a man suddenly noticed something chilling ahead.
Things you don't want to see looking at you at night. See the eyes? I see you. Yep.
There, deep in the darkness, a pair of glowing eyes stared straight back at him, his body locked up. For a split second, his mind raced, unsure of what could be watching him from the forest. Heart pounding, he slowly moved closer, and that's when the fear faded. It wasn't anything sinister after all, just a small group of deer standing silently beside the trail, their eyes reflecting the light as they calmly watched him pass. Still, that first moment, absolutely terrifying. A Reddit user recently posted an old photo their grandma took years ago at Gettysburg Cemetery, and it sparked a lot of debate. The user leans toward a simple explanation, saying it's probably just a sun flare. Still, there's something about the image that's hard to ignore. In the photo, a strange figure appears to hover over a gravestone, looking eerily like a bald man's spirit. Some people argue the figure looks too modern, almost as if it's wearing a jacket and jeans, while others insist it resembles an old uniform. Despite the theories, many viewers agree it's likely nothing more than a trick of the light, but once you see it, it's hard not to wonder. What do you think? A Reddit user recently shared a chilling clip of a raven, and it instantly sent shivers through viewers.
Молодец. Молодец какой. Молодец.
The bird clearly mimics human speech, even laughing at the end, which made it especially disturbing. To many people, it felt less like a bird and more like a person trapped inside one, or something dark trying to imitate humans.
Сейчас очень много снимается сказок. Хорош, ты меня перебиваешь. Ты в курсе?
Конечно.
Конечно.
Here's the rational explanation though. Just like parrots, ravens are incredibly intelligent and have advanced vocal abilities. If they're exposed to human voices often enough, they can learn to copy words, tones, and even laughter. Still, there's something far more unsettling about a raven doing this than a parrot. Now imagine encountering this in the wild, alone. And what exactly was it saying? In 2018, a hiker caught something unsettling on camera while trekking through the woods. The creature in the video crawled on all fours, completely hairless, moving in a way that felt wrong. Stop, Holden. It didn't look like any animal people were used to seeing. When a similar image surfaced online in 2019, the internet ran wild. Some claimed it was proof of mythical creatures like the skunk ape or something even more sinister hiding in the forests. The real explanation, though, was far less mysterious, but just as disturbing. It was a black bear suffering from severe hair loss, likely caused by mange or another serious skin disease. When bears lose their fur, they can't regulate body heat, grow weak, and often don't survive long in the wild. Still, it's easy to understand the panic. If you stumbled across a hairless, crawling figure like that in the woods, your mind would probably jump to something supernatural too. A couple thought they'd found peace when they moved into a secluded home deep in the Appalachian Mountains. But not long after settling in, that calm began to unravel. Strange noises echoed through the woods. Voices carried where no one should have been.
POV, you moved into a house in the Appalachian Mountains and woke up to this the next morning.
Their dogs, normally relaxed, grew anxious, staring into the darkness and refusing to settle. Then came the moment that shattered any doubt. One morning, they noticed a face pressed into the condensation on their back door window, clear enough to tell that someone had been standing there, silently watching from the other side. In a place so remote, so cut off from the world, the realization was terrifying. If no one was supposed to be there, then who was? A TikToker headed out to her barn late at night to feed her animals. Nothing unusual, until everything changed.
Okay, Dad, she is fed and feisty. What are you doing, baby? Okay, so I fed her. I will feed the barn. Okay.
As she scanned the darkness, a pale, ghost-like figure appeared, standing perfectly still in the shadows. She paused, her body tense, then forced herself to walk away as calmly as she could. Once she reached her car, panic set in. Her keys were gone. Moments later, she found them lying right behind the vehicle, a place she swore she never dropped them.
Okay. Oh my god. Stop!
That's where the video cuts off. Some people believe it was staged, others think she encountered a mimic. But anyone familiar with the Appalachian Mountains knows that things out there don't always have simple explanations. A user going by Superman8078 was walking past an abandoned house in Ohio when he casually snapped a quick photo. Nothing seemed unusual at the time, but later, while looking back at the image, something unsettling caught his eye. A shape in the window that looked eerily like a face staring out. Was it just shadows and light playing tricks, or something far more mysterious? Unsure what to think, he shared the photo online and asked others for their opinions. So, what do you see? Morgan Lambert, who lives deep in the Appalachian Mountains, woke up to something unsettling. A sharp, clear whistle echoing outside her cabin. She admitted she'd made one mistake, opening her window for fresh air.
Just saying good morning. This has been happening for like 10 minutes.
The sound wasn't coming from any visible person or animal. It drifted in from the woods, repeating over and over with no clear source. That's when the warnings came to mind. Appalachian folklore says you should never respond to whistles in the forest. Some believe they're meant to lure people off their path. Others say answering them draws the attention of something that's already watching.
Like, I don't know if you caught what I said. It's morning, it's daytime. And Girlie made the mistake of opening up her window when she woke up to get some fresh air.
Whatever it was, the woods kept whistling, and Morgan stayed inside, window shut, listening. Deep in the Appalachian Mountains, a hidden trail camera captured something no one expected. While reviewing the footage, the owner noticed a dark, seemingly hair-covered figure moving silently between the trees, Its shape didn't match any known wildlife native to the region. So what was it? Had the camera recorded an unknown presence wandering the Appalachian forest? YouTuber Frankly Wontoyu and his brother once ventured into an abandoned cemetery, a place left to rot and forgotten by time. They filmed their eerie exploration, sharing every chilling moment with their viewers, until something unexpected happened. As they pushed through the overgrown grass, a strange glimmer caught their eyes. Between the twisted trees stood a figure, holding a lantern that seemed to belong to a bygone era. Heart racing, they trained the camera on it, but the moment they looked away, the figure vanished into the shadows. After that night, the channel went silent. Some say what they saw scared them into stopping forever. Others whisper that something far darker might have befallen them. To this day, no one knows for sure. It remains a mystery. While out on a hike, a Reddit user stumbled upon something bizarre. An entire hillside blanketed with garden gnomes, each one meticulously positioned and all staring in nearly the same direction. The discovery went viral, sparking thousands of guesses about who put them there and why. But despite all the speculation, the mystery of their origin was never solved. Back in 2016, a camera hidden deep in the North American wilderness captured a chilling figure. Tall, unnervingly thin, with a distorted head and hollow, empty features. It looked neither human nor animal. When the image surfaced online, some hailed it as proof of the legendary Wendigo, while others dismissed it as a clever hoax or Photoshop trick. With so few details available, skepticism is natural, but what if it's real? Late one night, while heading back from a hike, a man stumbled upon something unsettling hidden inside a tree. A tiny, handmade figure, crafted from twigs and string. Curiosity got the better of him. He pulled it out, snapped a photo, and then did the unthinkable. He brought it home. As soon as he shared it online, warnings began to flood in. "Don't touch that," people said. "It's cursed." Undeterred, the man later posted an update. He was fine and planned to place it on a shelf as a quirky decoration, but the internet was unconvinced. Some things, they insisted, should never leave the woods. Some mysteries are best left undisturbed. While driving home, someone noticed something truly unsettling and decided to film it.
Eric, there's too much traffic on. I swear to God, if you don't. Roll the window up.
From the edge of the woods, a figure emerged, moving in an unnaturally twisted way, its face completely obscured. From afar, it almost appeared headless. In this small town, where everyone knows everyone, and there are no homeless people, the sight was chilling. No one could identify it, and no one dared get closer. What if it wasn't even human? This chilling set of photos was posted by a Reddit user, and what they captured will send shivers down your spine. While walking with his dad through death row at the old Missouri State Penitentiary, he decided to snap a few pictures. Everything seemed normal until they looked closer. In one of the photos, standing right behind his dad, was the faint shadow of a woman's figure, someone who clearly wasn't there. His dad later said that Near the end of the walk, his legs suddenly gave out, almost like something had drained his strength. If you zoom in on the third photo, you can see her, a dark, ghostly shape lurking in the hallway. So what do you think? Was it just a trick of the light, or something still haunting those prison walls? Would you dare to visit death row alone at night? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This terrifying video was posted by Dopdocua on YouTube, and it captures every camper's worst nightmare. A man was out in the wilderness, tucked safely inside his tent, enjoying a quiet camping experience under the stars, until he heard something moving just outside. Curious but cautious, he slowly unzipped his tent, only to come face to face with a massive bear. He quickly zipped it shut, heart pounding, as the bear began circling the tent, sniffing and pushing against the fabric, trying to get inside. In a moment of pure panic, he started shouting, and luckily that was enough to scare the bear away. But just imagine that, alone, trapped inside a tent with a wild bear inches away. What would you do in his situation? Stay quiet and hope it leaves, or make noise and risk provoking it? And would you ever dare camp again after an encounter like that? Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This eerie video was posted by Bigfoot's testimony on YouTube, and it's giving serious chills. A woman was driving alone along a quiet forest trail at night. That's when she suddenly heard a bone-chilling scream echoing from deep within the woods.
What the fuck? Oh my god, no, fuck that.
The sound was loud, haunting, and unlike anything she had ever heard before. She stopped the car, scanning the dark tree line, but there was nothing there, just that eerie, echoing scream that sent shivers down her spine. You can almost feel her fear through the voice, alone, in the middle of nowhere, with something unseen calling out from the dark. What do you think made that sound? A wild animal? Or something far more mysterious? And be honest, if you were in her place, would you stay and try to find the source, or turn around and get out of there fast? The fear doesn't stop here, it only grows. This heart-stopping video was posted by Aidan Sargent on YouTube, and it captures one of the most terrifying moments you'll ever see during a base jump. Two thrill-seekers set out to leap from the Twin Falls, Perrine Bridge, expecting an unforgettable adrenaline rush. But for one of them, it nearly turned tragic. As they jumped, one man's parachute failed to open properly, sending him plummeting straight toward the river below. You can feel the panic as he spins out of control until by sheer luck he hits the water instead of the rocks. Miraculously, he survived with no serious injuries. Just imagine. What if there hadn't been water below? Would you still dare to jump from such heights, knowing one wrong move could mean disaster? Adrenaline or not, is that kind of thrill really worth the risk? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. A TikTok user posted this chilling video, and it's something straight out of a nightmare. A lone hiker decided to explore the forest at night, surrounded by nothing but darkness and the eerie whispers of the trees. While walking, she stumbled upon a black hole in the ground, which looked like an old forgotten well. Out of curiosity, she leaned closer to see what was inside. That's when everything changed.
¿Escucharon? ¿Escucharon eso? ¿Qué? Se oye allá abajo. ¿Hola? ¿Hola?
From the darkness below, a shadowy figure with glowing eyes suddenly appeared. When she called out hello, the creature responded with a distorted, inhuman sound that sent chills down her spine. She screamed and ran for her life, leaving the camera rolling behind her. What was that thing hiding in the well? Was it trapped or waiting? If you were in her place, would you have dared to look inside or turn back the moment you saw it? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This jaw-dropping video was posted by a Reddit user, and it might just be one of the most nerve-wracking things you'll see today. Two hikers were crossing the iconic Hillary Suspension Bridge, one of the world's highest suspension bridges, on their journey from Phakding to Namche Bazaar, en route to Everest Base Camp. The bridge swayed high above a deep valley, with strong winds and only narrow cables keeping it from disaster. Every step echoed with fear and adrenaline. One wrong move, and it's a straight fall to certain death. You can almost feel their hearts racing as they inch their way across, surrounded by nothing but the roaring wind and the dizzying drop below. Would you dare to cross a bridge that high above the ground? Or would you turn back the moment you look down? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This wild video was posted by a trailblazing teen on YouTube, and what started as a peaceful day in the woods quickly turned into a heart-pounding encounter. While hiking and enjoying nature, these friends suddenly spotted a huge bear walking straight toward them, and worse, it was eyeing their food cooler.
Wildlife is a huge part of being out in nature, and one of my craziest encounters happened while I was camping. As we were winding down for the evening, a black bear wandered into camp, eyeing our food cooler. It was bold, trying to grab it right in front of us. We had to shout and throw firewood to scare it off. It was a heart-pounding moment and a powerful reminder of how important it is to store your food safely in bear country.
Panic set in for a moment, but instead of running, they stood their ground, shouting and waving to scare it off. Amazingly, it worked. The bear turned away, disappearing back into the trees. That kind of bravery in the wild isn't easy. One wrong move and it could have gone very differently. If you were in their place, would you stand your ground and make noise or run for your life? And what's the scariest animal you've ever come face to face with in the wild? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This chilling video was posted by a TikTok user who went camping deep in the woods with his dog, expecting a peaceful night surrounded by nature. But what was meant to be a relaxing experience quickly turned into a terrifying one. As night fell, strange, unexplainable sounds started echoing through the forest. His dog began growling and barking, staring into the darkness as if something or someone was out there. Yet, when he looked around, there was nothing to be seen.
Without a doubt, the creepiest campsite we've been to. After arriving late to the campsite, there was nobody else there. It It was very quiet, but for some reason I just had the hairs standing up on the back of my neck, and the dog was constantly growling at different things, and heaps of animals in the surrounding nature. Not usually a scary thing, but just for some reason this particular camp spot at this time of night just really put the wind up me.
The eeriest part, they were completely alone at the campsite, miles away from civilization. Every rustle and echo made his heart pound faster, and the forest suddenly felt alive with unseen eyes. So, what do you think it was? Something natural, or something else entirely? And if you were in his shoes, would you stay to investigate or get out of there before things got worse? The line between reality and nightmare blurs right here. This eerie video was shared by a TikTok user who captured one of the most terrifying moments of her life.
I think I found the perfect camping spot.
Can you help me?
What the fuck? Hello?
Help?
Oh, hell no.
Can you help me?
She went camping deep in the wilderness, far from civilization. As she wanted to begin setting up her camp, she casually called out, "Hello," just to make sure she was alone. But what happened next sent chills down her spine, a voice answered back. Startled and confused, she looked around, but there was no one there. No campers, no hikers, no sound of footsteps. Just her and the echo of that haunting reply. With her heart racing, she grabbed her gear and ran from the spot, not daring to look back. What do you think that was? An echo? A prank? Or something far more mysterious hiding in the woods? And if it were you, would you stay to find out or run just like she did? This chilling video was shared by Rocky Mountain Sasquatch on YouTube, and it'll make you question what's really out there in the woods. While exploring deep in the forest, he captured something truly strange. A tall, dark, human-like figure moving quickly between the trees. Its movements were sharp, deliberate, almost intelligent. And here's where it gets even creepier. Nearby was a wooden structure, the kind often rumored to be built by Bigfoot itself.
And then on this expedition, Duke and Kelly documented another Bigfoot-shaped track near the same location. Not saying we captured Bigfoot at the structure, I don't know what it is, but it's interesting to point out. When I put out our expedition video with this structure in it, I saw what appeared to be a humanoid-like figure in the woods peek at us quickly twice from cover of the aspen trees. Not saying it's Bigfoot watching us inspect this log structure. However, Duke found a 16-inch long Bigfoot-shaped track next to the structure that he believes is pretty fresh. And after finding the same humanoid subject in a still photo of the structure in the same general area as the peeker on video, thought I would point it out for you all. When I zoom in on the photo, the creature or whatever it is has a lighter shade of color in the face area.
That looks like possibly the hip section or shoulder blades. I'm not an expert on bones. Don't know if it's a deer or elk, but something must have had a mill right here. Yeah, you check it out, Jen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Viewers have been debating non-stop. Some are convinced it's real proof of Bigfoot, others think it's just a person in disguise. But the mystery remains unsolved. So what do you think? Was that really Bigfoot caught on camera, or just something our minds can't quite explain? And if you were there in that forest, would you follow the figure to find out, or run before it notices you? The chilling video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures one of the most intense encounters you can have while hiking alone in the forest. Everything was peaceful, the sound of birds, the rustling of leaves, until he noticed something massive moving forward in the forest trail. A gigantic moose with enormous antlers began walking straight toward him. You could feel his fear through the camera. He quickly ducked behind a tree, barely breathing, hoping it wouldn't notice him. Because when an animal that size decides to charge, there's nowhere to run. Imagine being deep in the forest, no one around, and this huge creature starts approaching you. Would you stand still and face it, or hide and hope it walks away? Sometimes nature's beauty can also be its most terrifying side. What would you do in his place? This chilling video was shared by a TikTok user who went hiking deep in the forest, just to enjoy the calmness of nature. Everything seemed peaceful, until it wasn't. Out of nowhere, a strange, thunderous growl echoed through the trees, loud, deep, and unsettling.
I think it's time to go.
He looked around, but there was nothing in sight. No movement, no sign of life. Just that terrifying sound getting closer and closer. It felt like an unseen predator was watching, waiting. Realizing something wasn't right, he decided to leave before things turned dangerous. But what could have made that sound? A hungry wild animal? Or something far more mysterious hiding in the shadows of the forest? If you were in his place, alone and surrounded by that sound, would you stay and investigate, or run for your life? Sometimes the forest is quiet until it wants to be heard. This fascinating and slightly eerie video was posted by a YouTube channel, Outer Range, who hiked through a mountainous area full of ancient ruins. As he explored deeper, he stumbled upon something truly unbelievable, a 2-story building built right into the mountainside.
That's what I seen when I was glassing, but on the backside, look here, whole nother structure. Looks fairly, wow, look at that. Oh my goodness. See, it's built in, can't wait to get up there and see this.
The structure looked ancient, made entirely of clay and stone, standing silently against time. It was clear that people once lived here, but why would anyone choose to build their home inside a mountain in such an isolated place? Was it for protection, a hidden community, or something far more mysterious?
There's like a pocket right over here. Very cavernous area here, but it only goes back maybe 2.5 feet. I don't want to walk in or try to get in because the way this door was built, or it looks a little, let's see if I can brighten this up. I'll just reach in here. It even has an old piece of timber in here that was used for something. Oh wow, this is so, goodness, look at this. Let's see if I can, hopefully you can see the walls they're just black, completely black. So this one little, if I could give you a dimension, it's like 5 feet by 5 feet. But look up here, look up above.
You can almost feel the whispers of history in the cold mountain air. If you were the explorer, would you dare to stay overnight in that old mountain house, surrounded by nothing but silence and shadows? Or would you turn back before discovering what still lingers there? Some places were never meant to be found. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This terrifying video was shared by a TikTok user who went hiking alone through a quiet forest trail, or so she thought. The walk started peacefully, just the sound of leaves and birds, until she suddenly heard something strange. A loud growling, soft at first, whispering from the bushes. She stopped, looked around, but nothing was there. Then it came again, louder this time, closer. Her heart started racing. What could be inside the bush trying to get her attention when she was completely alone? Fear took over, and she did the only thing that made sense. She ran. But the eerie voice kept echoing behind her as she escaped down the trail. What would you do in that moment? Would you turn back to find out what was making the sounds? Or would you run before it's too late? Sometimes the forest speaks, but not every voice wants to be found. This video was shared by YouTuber Dave Explores, who ventured deep into a remote mountain range, but what he discovered left him speechless. Carved and painted across the Rocky Mountain wall were ancient red drawings, strange human-like figures, and symbols that looked far too deliberate to be random.
It's just insane to think about how old these are and they're still here. It is amazing. Like, I wonder what they were thinking about when they made these, you know? Obviously that one is of a person, but then what's this huge thing that looks almost like a fish in a way? And then a really tall person, look at that, it looks almost like a monster. Huge legs, just going way up. That's crazy to look at, isn't it? Over 200 years old, at least. Got the lizard person, and then whatever that was supposed to be. Looks like a face, doesn't it? That's what that one looks like.
The markings seem to have been there for centuries, weathered by time yet still eerily vivid, as if someone wanted their message to never fade. But what were they trying to say? Were these warnings, ritual signs, or perhaps a message from an ancient civilization that once lived here? If you stumbled across something like this, alone, in the middle of nowhere, would you keep exploring to uncover its meaning, or turn back before discovering something you weren't meant to see? Some markings tell stories, others warn you to leave. This intense video was posted by YouTuber Black Crag, who decided to take his adventure to the next level quite literally. He hiked high into the mountain valley, a place so steep and dangerous that most people wouldn't even dare to go near it. One wrong step and you'd tumble straight down the rocky slope below. Yet, he pushed forward, driven by the thrill of exploration and the breathtaking view waiting at the top. The wind roared wildly, echoing through the cliffs, as if warning him to turn back, but he didn't.
Gonna start concentrating and digging in, but before we do that, look at it. Look at it down the valley. Oh hell, cat bells there. That's stunning. The whole lot, look at it. Right, concentrate now. Let's go straight up here. A little bit polished. So we've got a bit of a decision point here. We can go around the edge here, look around to the left, and then up the back of this crag here, or we can just tackle it straight on. So we're going to go straight on. It looks pretty steep actually. Well, we'll go and have a look. So actually, yeah, as you get a bit closer, you can kind of see that you can just pick your way up anywhere, look, any which way you fancy. So let's try this way first. It is kind of polished, look, see that there? Quite a bit. But we'll go up this central bit here, and then that's pretty much it done, I think. Oh, I need two hands. Oh, got my foot stuck. Yeah, it was okay. It's a bit tricky with one hand and trying to film and point it the right way. But if you do come here, to be mindful, it is polished. It'll be different in the wet as well, and I reckon in the winter, if it ices up, that'll probably stay iced for quite a long time, you know. Even when other places have thawed, I bet it's covered in thick ice. So that's two done. One more to do here, and then it's pretty much straight up, I think. Straight, you know, kind of plain sailing. Get my breath back first. Oh, this looks very straightforward actually. It looks pretty tricky from below because you can't see this shelf, but it's all right.
Standing there surrounded by nothing but clouds and the raw pulse of nature, it was both terrifying and beautiful. Would you ever dare to climb this high just to experience that feeling? The edge of fear meeting the edge of freedom? Or would you stay safe below, watching from afar? Sometimes the best views come with the greatest risks. The fear doesn't stop here. It only grows. This eerie video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures something truly unsettling deep in the woods. While hiking through the forest during a storm, he noticed the trees swaying violently, almost as if they were alive, fighting against the wind. One by one, the branches began to snap, and the trees groaned like they were about to collapse. The storm raged harder, but instead of running, he stood still, recording as nature unleashed its fury. The sight was both mesmerizing and terrifying. Imagine being alone in the forest, the wind howling, the trees bending to the point of breaking. Would you keep filming, or turn back before something falls your way? Sometimes, the forest doesn't need creatures or ghosts to be terrifying. Nature itself can remind us just how small we really are. What would you do in that moment? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This incredible video posted by YouTuber Josh the Intern might just be one of his most mysterious adventures yet. He discovered an 800-year-old document that described a hidden medieval prison, buried deep in the mountains, a place few have ever seen. Using only Google Maps and his courage, he set off on a long, exhausting hike. After hours of climbing through rugged terrain, he finally stumbled upon something chilling, an ancient stone tower, standing silent in the middle of nowhere. Inside, he found a dark cave, a prison carved into the heart of the mountain.
So I'm just by the structure I could see on Google Earth, and here is the cave we need to try and find a way into. And from here you can almost see that is bricks piled up. That is not naturally done. We'll go explore the structure beside it because it must be related, and hopefully we can find an entrance leading into that cave somewhere around it. Big brick walls. Question is, what is this structure? Is there any way inside? Oh, yes there is. Here we go. That is an entrance into the cave. That structure that we saw over there, this building that I'm in now, obviously housed the entrance inside, which confirms for us that this must be the prison. This must have been a guard post. I have never seen anything like this before. Look at this. I mean, it's exactly how it's described in the historical documents. We have found it. Whew, let's go inside and explore. You got a little structure here too. Maybe this is where the bed was? This was really built to be hidden. Here you can actually see a carved actual place here. Maybe they would have put candles to light it at night.
But why would anyone build a prison here? Isolated, unreachable, with no escape and no roads leading in or out. Who were the people once trapped here? Would you dare to hike into the unknown, chasing a mystery that's been buried for centuries? Some secrets were never meant to be found. This fascinating video was shared by Archaeolog, a YouTuber known for uncovering hidden treasures lost to time. While treasure hunting deep in the forest, his metal detector suddenly gave a strange signal. Something big was buried beneath the ground. Curious, he began to dig, and what he found left him completely stunned. Hidden beneath layers of dirt was an ancient box weathered by time. When he opened it, the contents glittered. Coins, jewelry, and priceless relics, treasures that looked like they had been buried for centuries. But here's the mystery. Why would someone hide something so valuable in a place like this? Was it meant to be protected, or was it never meant to be found? If you were the one who uncovered this treasure, what would you do next? Keep it, report it, or dig deeper to uncover the full story? Every treasure tells a secret. This chilling photo was shared by a Reddit user who was hiking deep in the woods when he stumbled upon this. A doll's head, mounted on a stick, standing alone in the middle of the forest. He snapped a quick picture and turned back immediately. But the real question is, who put it there? Was it meant to scare people away, or is it a warning sign left by someone who didn't want to be found? The woods were completely silent, no one around, just this creepy figure staring back. If you came across something like this while hiking, would curiosity make you go closer, or would instinct tell you to run before things get really strange? Sometimes the scariest things in the forest aren't animals, they're the things left behind by humans. What do you think this could mean? Terrifying encounter was shared by Angbona TV, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into the woods and exploring eerie, mysterious places. While hiking deep in the woods late at night, he suddenly heard something that froze him in place, a faint movement among the trees. He turned his light toward the sound but saw nothing. Moments later, he said he heard a scream through the darkness. It wasn't an animal, it sounded almost human, yet no one was there.
So I do remember there was one time we had a crazy experience, but if I recall correctly, it was like back there. I swear I just heard something moving through the trees. Or maybe it was just a crackling from my campfire. Okay. Okay, that was that, like, scream again. What the hell is that? I swear we hear that, like, every time we come here. Last time, too. I do have my knife on me, just in case. So I don't know if it's out here, or why. I don't know why, it seems so much spookier out here. It seems like hazy down there. I could barely even, like, really see properly. Let me get my flashlight out. Either way, it's an adventure.
Alone in the silent forest, every rustle, every echo felt like something or someone was watching him. What could be making those screams in the woods? A wild creature? A lost soul? Or something far more terrifying that doesn't want to be seen? If you were in his place, would you investigate that scream or run for your life before it's too late? Fear lingers in the silence, waiting for its moment. While hiking off trail deep in a canyon within the San Bernardino National Forest, this Reddit user stumbled upon something that sent chills down his spine. A massive footprint pressed into the dirt. It wasn't human, at least it didn't look like it. The print was roughly the same length as his own foot, a man size 12, but nearly twice as wide. Nearby, faint impressions hinted at toes, yet this was the only full footprint. No trail, no follow-up prints, just one haunting mark in the earth. What could have made it? A massive animal? A trick of nature? Or something far more mysterious roaming the forest that night? If you were alone in the woods and came across a footprint like this, what would you do? Would you turn back immediately, or follow the trail to uncover what was left behind? This eerie video was shared by Squatch TV on YouTube. In the clip, a massive dark figure can be seen in the distance, its shape unclear, its movements unsettling. It didn't look entirely human, yet it didn't look like any known animal either. But one thing was clear: it was violently shaking a tree, as if trying to make a statement. The person filming captured it from afar, too afraid to get any closer, and honestly, who wouldn't be? What kind of creature has the strength to shake an entire tree like that? Could it really be a Sasquatch, or is there something even more mysterious lurking in those woods? If you were the one filming and saw a figure like that in the distance, would you stand your ground and keep recording, or drop everything and run for your life? Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This video was shared by a Reddit user, and it captures one of the most intense encounters you could ever imagine in the wild. A photographer ventured deep into the woods, simply hoping to capture some stunning nature shots. But what he didn't expect was to come face to face with a massive bear creeping toward him. The air grew still, his camera still rolling as the bear came closer and closer. Luckily, he was prepared. In a split second, he pulled out his bear spray and used it just in time, sending the animal running back into the forest. But here's the real question: what if he didn't have that spray? What would you do if a bear started approaching you in the middle of nowhere, with no one around to help? Would you stand your ground, or run for your life? This eerie video, uploaded by Adam23817 on YouTube, has left viewers completely baffled. In the clip, a woman is out hiking alone in the forest, recording a peaceful moment surrounded by nature. But what her camera captured was far from peaceful.
Isn't this gorgeous? We are on the backside of Marylhurst College. I had no idea this was down here. And probably wouldn't have if Izzy didn't chase a big white-tailed deer right through the woods. She is having the best time. Aren't you?
Just seconds after she starts filming, something strange moves in the distance, like a brown, shadowy figure gliding between the trees. It didn't move like a human, and it didn't stand like any known animal. What was it? She didn't even notice it while filming. But once the video hit the internet, viewers were quick to spot the mysterious movement, and everyone's been trying to figure it out ever since. So what do you think was lurking out there? Was it a person, a spirit, or something beyond explanation? And if you were in her shoes, would you keep recording, or run before that shadow got closer? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This video was shared by a TikTok user who captured something chilling while walking alone at night.
So this frickin' thing, it's staring at me. It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now. I think I don't know what to do. But it followed me home, and it is absolutely staring at me right now. Alright.
From a distance, he noticed a pair of glowing white eyes watching him, following his every move. At first he thought it was just an animal, but the eyes never blinked and stayed fixed on him no matter where he turned. What do you think those glowing eyes belong to? Could it be an animal, or something far more sinister lurking in the dark? Imagine walking alone in the forest, miles from anyone, and realizing something is watching you, its glowing eyes tracking your every step. Would you confront it to find out what it is, or run before it gets closer? This eerie video was posted by a TikTok user who decided to hike deep into the Mojave Desert, miles away from civilization, with no signs of life and nothing but the endless sand and silence. But then, that silence was shattered. Out of nowhere, a bone-chilling scream echoed through the desert air. No one around, no footprints, no hint of where it came from. Just him, alone, surrounded by emptiness. Panic kicked in as he started running, his heart racing with every step. Imagine being miles away from help and you hear that same scream pierce the night. What would you do? Would you stand your ground and try to find where it's coming from? Or run before whatever made that sound finds you first? Because out here, no one can hear you scream back. Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed. This video was posted by M.A. Journey, a YouTuber known for venturing deep into the woods, exploring the unknown, uncovering hidden cabins, and experiencing the raw beauty and danger of nature firsthand. While hiking deep in the woods, the snow suddenly began to fall hard. Within minutes, everything turned white and eerily silent, the kind of silence that makes your heartbeat echo in your ears. The trail vanished. The forest looked unfamiliar, dangerous. But then, through the thick snow, he spotted something. An old abandoned cabin barely standing. That small shelter might have been his only chance to survive the storm. But here's the real question. Is that cabin truly safe? Alone in the middle of the forest, with a snowstorm raging outside, who knows what could be lurking just beyond the trees, watching. If you were trapped in a blizzard like this and found an old, forgotten cabin in the woods, would you take shelter inside? Or would you risk the storm and try to find your way out before nightfall? This chilling video was shared by a TikTok user who went hiking deep into the woods at night. Everything seemed calm, until their camera caught something truly disturbing. A dark shadow figure gliding. It appeared for just a split second before vanishing into the darkness, faster than the eye could follow. When the clip was posted online, viewers were left speechless, arguing over what it could be. Was it a ghost, a shadow person, or something far more sinister lurking in the night? Imagine being there, surrounded by darkness, and seeing a shadow move where no one should be. Would you dare investigate, or run before it returns? What do you think that shadow truly was? A trick of light or proof that something supernatural walks among us? This video was posted by Aventuras y Jose, a YouTube channel known for hiking deep into the mountains, uncovering the raw and untamed beauty of nature and sometimes stumbling upon the most unexpected heart-stopping encounters. While hiking through the vast mountain desert, he spotted something that instantly made him stop and zoom in his camera. In the distance, a figure was walking, then entered somewhere. A moment later, he saw someone moving into this cement tube, almost as if it were his home.
Desde aquí agarré una. Uy. Si es persona. ¿Será mujer o será hombre? ¿Quién sabe? Pero se ve que va bien. Yo lo grabo por cualquier cosa, mi gente. Pero a ese señor o mujer, o quién sabe qué será, mujer o hombre, no se sabe. Pero lo agarro muy lejos. Cuídense mucho en las montañas porque aquí hay mucha víbora cascabel. Ah, se metió. Fíjense mi gente que por allá vi que se movió algo. Parece que se metió en medio, pero no ha salido. Lo agarro lejos, muy lejísimo de aquí, pero esa persona ahí, uy, se oyeron como cuetazos. Pero ya a ver, por ahí está muy lejos. Por ahí ve, mire. Parece que es un tubo y hay algo por ahí. Allí vive alguien, ahí en ese, a hacer como un tubo de cemento. Y por ahí como que es una casita o algo. Alguien que vive por ahí. Yo lo vi desde lejos, pero vi el bulto. Pero es persona, no es animal, ni es ni vaca, ni nada. A lo mejor sí, pobrecito la gente que vive así, no es fácil. Pero lo agarro lejos de aquí. Es una casita y un tubo por ahí. Ese tubo tiene hoyo por dentro y por allí vive alguien. Yo lo vi que iba caminando, pero no lo alcancé a agarrar. Y ahí, como está algo frío, ahí se me hace que está durmiendo. Sí, en continuación yo buscaba la ruta por donde voy, pero no he visto ni un coyote. Y aquí hay muchos coyotes salvajes aquí.
But here's the chilling part. This place was miles away from civilization, surrounded by nothing but silence and sand. Why would anyone live out here, completely cut off from the world? Was he hiding from something or someone? The thought alone sent shivers down his spine. What could drive a person to choose isolation in such a barren, unforgiving place? If you were the one who saw this, someone disappearing into a concrete tube in the middle of nowhere, would you get closer to find out the truth, or turn back before you discover something you wish you hadn't? This chilling encounter was captured by Outdoor Boys, a channel known for their family adventures in the wild, camping, travelling, forging, cooking by the campfire, and exploring the great outdoors. While on a solo night camping trip with his young son, hoping to enjoy some quiet family time under the stars, things suddenly took a chilling turn. What began as a peaceful night quickly turned into a moment of fear and suspense.
Ooh, it's bright. Got the fireplace turned around so I can work on it a bit. You hear that?
Out of nowhere, the sound of wolves growling, or was it laughing, echoed just outside their tent. His son was fast asleep, and he knew one wrong move could change everything. He stayed perfectly still, holding his breath, praying the creatures wouldn't come closer. Just imagine, if his son had woken up and cried at that moment, what would have happened next? Would the wolves have attacked? It was his brave silence that kept them safe that night. Now tell me, if you were camping deep in the forest and heard wolves circling outside your tent, what would you do? Stay silent or run for your life? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. This eerie video was posted by Felipe Sena, a YouTuber known for exploring some of the most haunted and mysterious places you can imagine. While hiking along a mountain trail, he stumbled upon something unexpected. An abandoned car, rusted, shattered in the brush below the road. It looked like it had crashed years ago, tumbling down the steep slope before coming to a stop below the road. Curious and uneasy, he made his way down to take a closer look. The doors were twisted, the glass shattered, but what truly sent chills down his spine was the silence. No sign of anyone, no trace of what really happened.
Não tem ninguém não. Não tem ninguém aqui, né? Os paralamas. Parece que veio de lá mesmo, não foi? Ó, a árvore quebrada. Acabou caindo aqui, ó. Para-brisa. Não sei se foi o pessoal que roubaram os pneus. Que carro seria esse, hein? Aí, ó. 1.8 16 válvulas. Rapaz, aqui parece que a pessoa sobreviveu, né? Se o pessoal vier mexer aqui no carro. Rapaz, vocês acham que capotou quantas vezes, ó? Vocês acham que deu perca total? Esse carro vai parar aqui, cara. Não tem ninguém, não. Isso aqui deve ser da lateral, né? Dali, ó. O banco quebrou, ó.
What do you think went down here? Was it a tragic accident? Or something far more mysterious that forced the driver off the edge? Imagine standing there, staring at that wreck, knowing it's been waiting there for years, untouched, forgotten, and full of questions. Because sometimes the mountains don't just hide accidents, they hide stories. What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. This video was posted by Taste of Nature, a YouTube creator well known for venturing deep into the mountains to camp and explore the raw beauty of nature. While hiking through the mountains, she thought it would be a peaceful, refreshing exploration, the kind that clears your mind and fills your soul. But nature had other plans. Out of nowhere, dark clouds rolled in, and within minutes the sky unleashed a heavy downpour. The rain hammered the trail, turning the ground slick and dangerous. Completely alone, drenched and shivering, she desperately searched for shelter until she spotted a rock overhang just big enough to hide beneath. As thunder roared and the rain continued to drop from the sky, she realized how she'd been trapped out there, exposed and helpless. Now imagine being in her place, stranded in the mountains, rain crashing down, the path vanishing. Beneath your feet, how would you feel? Would you try to push forward through the storm, or pray that the mountain gives you a safe place to hide? Sometimes, even a peaceful hike can turn into a fight for survival. One wrong glance, and you'll see what shouldn't be seen. This chilling video was posted by Dave Explores, a YouTuber known for hiking deep into mountains to uncover the hidden truths buried within them. While hiking deep through the mountains and forest, he stumbled upon something that shouldn't have been there. An abandoned house, standing eerily silent in the middle of nowhere. No neighbors, no signs of life for miles. The place looked old, forgotten, its walls cracked, its windows shattered.
Two-story cabins are pretty common in Idaho and Montana because of all the snow. I'd never see these in Nevada or Arizona, but it's really neat out here. Wow, what happened to the floor? Looking through the window, what's crazy is this is one of the least developed valleys in Idaho, which means this view hasn't changed much. There's no way to get to the second story. It would have been bedrooms up there. So it was a bit of a bunkhouse situation, a couple bedrooms up top. And then down below was a kitchen and living area. And right by was a small cabin. Oh, the old bed. That's it for this log cabin though. Everything's been taken out. It's neat. I like the log cabin style. The roof's all falling down now.
But one question lingered. Who would build a house this far from civilization? Was it once someone's secret hideout? Or maybe a place used to hide something that was never meant to be found? The deeper he explored, the stronger the feeling grew that he wasn't supposed to be there. Now imagine standing in front of that lonely house, the forest silent all around, the air heavy and still. Would you dare step inside? Shadows hide secrets, and one is about to be revealed. This mysterious video was uploaded by Jesse's Drone Adventures, a creator known for exploring the mysterious, the abandoned, and the unknown. He discovered something bizarre in the middle of the desert, a strange cluster of objects caught on Google Earth. He decides to check it out, but what he saw, he couldn't believe his eyes. Dozens of old luxury cars, once symbols of wealth and power, now sit abandoned and rusting beneath the scorching desert sun.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally found what we came out here looking for. And look what it is. It is literally a canyon full of old cars. I'm sure by now you're probably asking yourself the same set of questions that I'm asking, with the number one question being, how on Earth, or Mars for that matter, does something like this happen? How do dozens of classic cars like this that were once somebody's pride and joy end up in a wash miles out in the desert? And the crazy part is, once I made it back home and started researching this place, I was surprised by how little information exists. The only results that populated on Google was a picture taken here back around 2010. With little information being available, my mind started to wander, and it eventually led me to the conclusion that maybe I just found Arizona's version of the train station. And if you don't get that reference, I highly suggest that you get a subscription to Paramount Network and watch Yellowstone. I showed some pictures of this place to my friend that doesn't live too far away in Kingman, Arizona, and he said maybe you found a spot where the mafia would dump people's cars after they whacked them for cheating in casinos. Now, if this was near Las Vegas, Reno, or Laughlin, I would say he's onto something, but to my knowledge, there aren't any casinos nearby, and I don't think the closest town is big enough to have a mafia, in my humble opinion. Now, a couple minutes ago when I chatted it up with the people in the white truck, I did ask them if they knew the backstory as to how all of these cars ended up here. And I'll get back to that in a minute here, but for now, let's hike down in the canyon and see what we can find. Hopefully we don't run into any rattlers. Eek. I have no idea what this one was. Part of me wants to say Oldsmobile, but I really have no clue. If you guys know what make and model this car is, let me know down in the comments section. Getting down there is actually the easy part, but it's the getting back up that becomes a problem. Look at all that metal and steel. As long as these aren't too hot, I think we can kind of play hopscotch on the cars here.
But here's the real mystery. Why are they all dumped here? Who brought them to such a remote place? And what could have happened that made people just leave them behind all at once? Was it part of a secret project, a forgotten scrapyard, or something much darker hidden beneath the sands? Just imagine walking through a desert and stumbling upon this. Rows of high-end cars decaying in silence. What's your theory? Because one thing's for sure, this is not normal. Think you've seen it all? This next moment will change your mind. This chilling video was posted by Wandi Sumatra, a YouTuber well known for his fearless solo camping adventures deep in the forest. While camping deep inside a haunted forest, something truly unsettling happened. As the night grew darker, his camera captured a strange figure, something lurking among the trees just behind his tent, staring. Moments later, a shadowy form appeared, faint but visible, and then vanished into thin air. What was that? A trick of the light, or something watching from the darkness? Could it be one of the spirits haunting this forest, forever wandering between the trees? Just imagine being there, alone, surrounded by the whispers of the woods. Would you dare spend a night in a haunted forest, knowing something might be watching you from the shadows? The deeper we go, the more terrifying it becomes. This creepy video was posted by Jasko, a YouTuber well known for his fearless night camping adventures in haunted forests, places most people wouldn't even dare to walk through during the day. He decided to spend the night camping in his van, right in the middle of a haunted area, a place people warned him never to visit alone. At first, everything seemed peaceful, until the silence was broken by a faint whisper outside his van. Then came footsteps, slow, dragging footsteps circling.
Ghosts, spirits, I want to ask one more time. Can you prove to me that you are here right now? There's something walking outside, punching on the leaves. Oh! What the fuck? Hello? Hello? Oh my God. Oh! What the fuck is going on? Who's out here? Can you show yourself, please? Oh, I just heard something over there. I hear an owl. I almost wish I wasn't alone, obviously, but like, hello? Bro, I don't know if that was my eyes playing tricks on me, but it like got significantly darker for like half a second.
Heart pounding, he grabbed his flashlight, trying to see who or what was out there. But the beam revealed nothing, just empty darkness staring back at him. Yet deep down, he could feel it. Something was lurking close, watching, waiting. Imagine being trapped inside your van, alone, miles from civilization, with something unseen stalking around you. Would you step outside to confront it? Or stay silent and pray it goes away before the night gets worse? Because in places like this, sometimes what you don't see is far more terrifying than what you do. Just when it feels safe, the real horror shows itself. This mysterious discovery was captured by Outer Range, a YouTuber known for his daring hikes through the deserts and mountains in search of hidden cliff dwellings, mysterious petroglyphs, and long-forgotten ruins. While hiking along a rugged mountain cliff, he stumbled upon something truly outrageous. A cluster of ancient stone houses built right into the side of the mountain. There were rooms, passageways, and walls carefully crafted by hands long forgotten. Yet strangely, no roofs remained. The silence around the place was heavy, almost as if the mountain itself was guarding a secret.
Range explorers. This is one of the greatest dwellings, multi-family dwelling for sure, that I have ever laid eyes on. This rivals Mesa Verde. Just trying to get a feeling of what it would have been like to live in a place like this. Here. Still has corn in there. There's a pocket in the wall. Not sure what that's for. Whoops.
Who lived here? Why would anyone build their home so far from civilization, high above the world where only the wind whispers through the stones? Imagine standing there, surrounded by centuries-old ruins, feeling the echoes of lives once lived in complete isolation. Was this a hidden village, a sacred place, or perhaps a refuge from something darker? Boner TV, a channel known for paranormal activities and exploring some other random stuff. In this video, he explored an abandoned mining village in Japan, a place steeped in tragedy and rumoured to be haunted. He spotted a lone figure standing by a pole, but when he waved, the man bolted unnaturally fast into the woods. Who was he? A villager, or something else?
Alright, that was really friggin' weird. So, I was coming around this bend, and there was somebody standing there. I swear, someone's just standing there right at that orange pole thing. And I like waved to him. And then for some reason, he just took off all the way down there. I have no idea why. Well, that was weird. Hello? I have not been down there yet. It's also kind of strange how there's just this random flat area. Thought I heard something. Kind of nervous about going down there. Like, who the hell did I just see?
Moments later, a voice echoed in the woods. He called out, but no one answered. Would you have stayed or run back to the car? Then, a little rock was hit against his vehicle. No one was around. Was it a warning?
But yeah, like there's literally very little tread on the outs. The hell was that? Someone just literally hit the car. It almost sounded like somebody threw a rock at my car. What the f***? Okay, something really weird is going on. Hello? Can you not do that, please?
Finally, his light cut out by itself right after the spirit box whispered locked. Coincidence or proof the dead still walk here?
So that way we can chill here for a little bit. Not too long, but I'm just curious as to like who the hell that person was that ran off into the woods. Like, are they actually living out there? Whoa. The light just went out. Did you do that? The hell?
Some places never let go of their shadows, but things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that shows that. A YouTuber, Moxley's Paranormal World, who is known for his terrifying solo investigation in the dark and the most haunted places imaginable, shared this scary encounter. He ventures deep into a forest whispered to be home to the Dogman, a cryptid said to terrify anyone foolish enough to wander in alone at night. While walking around the forest, branches snap in the distance, voices come through the spirit box, chilling words like optimism and Jordan. Imagine standing there alone when the device suddenly blurts. A girl was killed. In the night, alone by yourself, hearing these strange words, what's your next move?
Show yourself.
A woman here.
Oh, every noise has got me on edge. A woman here. Is she here with me now?
A girl was killed.
A girl was killed. Okay.
Photo.
Photo.
We don't mean harm.
You don't mean harm. There has been a lot of...
I feel lost.
You feel lost? Are people mistaking your presence for somebody who needs some help?
Choose.
Choose. Right, it said church. Look at this, what I've just found.
Watch what I do.
Watch what I do. Are you going to do something for me? Right, I'm literally trying to take a little bit of cover just here at this at these trees, because that wind was absolutely picking up. The trees above me were just going like this.
Many words kept coming out of the spirit talker devices. Would you keep walking or run? Then words like, have been here for a century, I was burned. Does that mean the spirit has been lurking here for centuries? What would you do? Keep pushing forward or escape before it's too late? Things only grow darker from here. Brace yourself for what comes next. We got this story from Midwest Ghost Hunters on YouTube, a channel well known for its terrifying explorations of haunted places where the line between the living and the dead often blurs. His journey begins at the Red Bridge, haunted by the spirit of a woman who drove off and died. Legend says if you stop your car, her ghost appears and you'll never start it again. Some even claim she pushes cars off the bridge, leaving behind her ghostly handprints. Suddenly, branches move on command, not the wind, but as if something unseen is answering. Imagine asking a spirit to show itself, and the trees obey. What are you doing next?
Ma'am, could you show yourself on this bridge? Oh, whoa. What the? Whoa, that bridge just moved. I might be going crazy, but I saw that branch over there start swaying back and forth. I know it's windy, but it isn't that windy. Okay, I gotta check this out. It was this one, right here. Holy crap! Okay.
He then saw a shadow in a mist form. Then a woman's voice echoed beneath the bridge, whispering for help. His entire body tingles as if the air itself is alive. Is it true that ghosts truly haunt people? Would you dare cross that bridge alone?
Whoa. I think I got something in that one. I caught another one. Whoa. There's a freaking mist right over here. And it's gone now. It's completely gone. Whoa. Holy moly. It was just right over here. And now it's completely gone. I got a weird feeling over here. I'm getting like a tingly feeling in my whole body. Whoa! I just heard a woman's voice. I couldn't tell what she said, but it sounded like it came from, like, under the bridge. Hello there. I heard you loud and clear. Are you underneath this bridge? I'm gonna try to get as far down here as I can.
The last clip was chilling, but this next one feels like pure nightmare fuel. Chussa Chad on YouTube shares this terrifying encounter in the woods. He's known for going to haunted, abandoned, and mysterious places, and trust me, this one will make your skin crawl. He slips into the park after midnight. The gates are locked, the warning signs scattered everywhere, but curiosity pushes him forward. The trail twists, the night air heavy, almost suffocating. Suddenly, movement. A shadow darts across his path. Too quick for a person, too solid for a trick of the light. Was something following him? On the ground, a flashlight still glowing, a number scratched into its side. Who left it there? And why does it feel like a warning?
Yo! Yo, look. Let me turn my light off. Look, there's a flashlight that's on. That's just sitting right here. What the hell? There's just a flashlight sitting here. Okay, what the hell? It has number 7 on it. Or an L? Or a 1? Or something? I don't know. Looks like a 7 to me. Okay, that's really weird. That's weird. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that. I don't know what is going on with that.
but... Okay, look at where I am, dude. I walked kind of far back here.
He sensed there was someone in the woods, but nothing was visible to him. He heard a voice, but when he spoke, nobody has responded. Are they trying to lure him into the forest? If this were you, would you dare take another step deeper? Or would you run before the forest swallows you whole? If your skin wasn't crawling already, it definitely will after this. We got this story from Urban Ghosts on YouTube, a channel known for diving deep into the world's creepiest, most haunted places. This time, the adventure took him into the Clemson Experimental Forest, a place surrounded by unmarked graves and whispers of restless spirits. He hiked deep into the woods, no flashlight, only darkness closing in, not knowing what to expect. Will you dare hike alone at night with no flashlight to see what is going on around you? Suddenly, the Spirit Talker app lit up with a chilling message. Fail. Stay out of the forest.
But it is so cool. Words cannot describe how eerie it is out here. And the feeling. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It said fail and stay out of the forest. Holy crap. Oh, my noise was off. Why don't you want me in the forest? Huh? Other people come out here and have a good time. Why can't I be here? Is it because I'm doing what I'm doing? Well, don't be shy now. Come on. I'll put my tripod down for a second. Because I just got those hits. Let's see if we get anything else right here.
Who was warning him, and why? After being warned to stay out of the forest by a spirit app, will you want to go further? Nobody knows what to expect in the forest after being warned not to go. From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. We got this story from Franco TV on YouTube, a channel known for solo explorations into places where fear feels alive. It's pitch black 11:31 p.m, the same time strange things happened here before. He steps into the Skinwalker Ranch. Out of nowhere, two glowing lights pierce through the darkness in the distance. They don't move like an animal. They don't shine like anything human. Just hovering there, silent, watching.
Right now I have my IR light on. There it is. There it is. I see you. Oh, what the fuck is that? Yo, I thought there was like people in the trees. Look at that. There it is. Oh my god, that thing is tall. I want to see if I could walk inside. I don't even want to walk inside, to be honest. But I'm going to see if I could get a little bit closer to see what the hell those eyes are. Fuck. Did it move? I did hear like a snapping of wood. Hola! Oh shit. Fuck was that? There's definitely somebody in there. I don't know what the fuck that was, but that definitely sounded human.
What do you think that was? Could it be something, or someone placed it there to keep an eye on the forest? Would you keep walking, or turn back before it finds you? But things don't calm down for long. The next story proves that. We got this story from Black Mass Paranormal on YouTube, a channel known for exploring the darkest corners of Appalachia, where legends are said to walk in the night. He was hiking deep in the forest when he froze in his tracks. Standing right in the middle of the trail was what he called a baby squatch, upright, motionless, its dark eyes locked on him. Just imagine. You're alone in the woods, and something like that is watching you.
Base of this trail. And he's just as confused as I am. That is a baby squatch standing in the trail. Look at that. He's like frozen, standing straight up. I'm looking at him and I'm wandering off.
But here's the real question. If the baby is here, could the mother be hiding close by, silently observing? What happens if that baby lets out a cry and the mother decides to strike? Imagine being in the forest surrounded by animals you don't know, the version of them you're facing. Would you dare keep going, or run before the dogman finds you? From one frightening moment to the next, this story might be the scariest yet. This story comes from a Reddit user who was hiking deep in Algonquin Park when she stumbled upon something truly unsettling. She captioned it, "Creepiest thing I've come across in the Algonquin backcountry."
I'm not going any farther, but...
Hidden beneath the forest floor was what looked like the remains of an old cellar, the ruins of a long-forgotten cabin that had collapsed. The ground itself seemed to swallow the whole structure, leaving behind nothing but shadows and mystery. Old, rusted objects were scattered outside. Iron tools, twisted and unrecognizable, as if abandoned in a hurry. Who left them there? And why was this place left to rot in silence? Imagine being alone, miles away from civilization, and suddenly discovering a crumbling cellar in the middle of the woods. Was it just history, or is there something more sinister still lurking beneath the earth? From eerie to bone-chilling, this next clip drags us even deeper into fear. This video was uploaded by Rugged Road Explorers on YouTube. He is known for hiking deep into the remote regions of the Rocky Mountains and the vast deserts of the American Southwest. He shared this unsettling journey that caught attention. It started normally. He was making his way along a cliffside in southeast Utah searching for ruins, but then something strange appeared. Clear in the dirt, a massive track too large to dismiss. Was it a panther or something far stranger?
The reason I slowed down is because, check it out. Right here, I don't know if you can see it. That's a panther track right there. Alright. I like being up top where I've got a lot of clear area to see. This is getting tight in here.
Deep in the ruins, silence fell heavy. The place was too tight, but he kept pushing forward. A dead rat lay in the shadows, a warning of something lurking nearby. Would you keep going after seeing that, or turn back immediately? Then he captured something even creepier. Old handprints covering the walls. Whose hands were those? Ancient dwellers, or something still haunting these cliffs?
Oh, look at the handprints. Hold on, I gotta zoom in for you guys. That's pretty awesome, and they really, really show up. Look at that. All over the wall there. Well, they really took the time to smooth out the inside.
What do you think? Was this simply history preserved, or something alive in the ruins? Some places never stop watching you. Chilling video was shared by Exploring with Angelo on YouTube, a channel known for its spine-chilling explorations into haunted houses, cursed places, and encounters you'll never forget. He ventured deep into the forest to uncover the truth about the dreaded demon house. But what started as an exploration quickly spiraled into one of the most terrifying nights of his life. At first, the silence was heavy, almost suffocating, but then everything changed. Out of nowhere, an invisible force shoved him violently, slamming his body against the wall with a strength no human hand could carry. His heart pounded, fear coursing through his veins.
Just kind of want to take a quick peek. Oh, there's like nothing here. Oh, ow. Oh, what the hell? What the was that? Something just pushed me. Oh, shit. What the fuck? Guys, like, something just pushed me like right into this thing.
But before he could process what had happened, it got worse. Within minutes, something unseen struck his face. Then again, harder.
Oh! What the hell? Oh, someone just hit me in the face. Oh. Oh, something like with some force literally just hit me in the face.
Imagine standing in pitch darkness, completely alone, with something unseen attacking you. Would you have stayed? Would you fight against the unseen? Or would you run for your life before the demon house claimed you too? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. This chilling video was shared on Alone is Scary vlog, a channel that is well known for diving deep into the world of the paranormal and capturing terrifying encounters on camera. Standing in the middle of nowhere, curiosity got the best of him, and he went hiking deep into the forest when something caught his eye. An old, isolated house decided to step inside. But what his camera captured will leave you in shock. As he explored, a chilling sight appeared, a white ghostly shadow reflected in the glass. His heart pounded.
Itu orangnya di luar. Tuh. Apa itu? Astagfirullahaladzim. Ada suara anak kecil. Kayak suara anak kecil bermain ya, teman-teman.
And then it got worse. From the silence of the woods came the sound of children playing, yet no one was there.
Coba yang satunya gimana? Ini Bang Jal tersesat di mana sih? Tuh. Wih. Siapa? Siapa tadi yang ketawa? Hah? Siapa tadi yang ketawa? Kula nuwun. Wes. Ini ruangan apa ini?
Who built a house this deep in the forest? Why do unseen forces seem to linger around it? And most importantly, if you were there, alone, with voices echoing through the dark halls, would you stay to uncover the truth or would you run for your life? What you're about to witness might haunt you long after this ends. We got this story from Jasko on YouTube, a channel known for diving into the darkest, most haunted places you could ever imagine. Tonight's tale isn't just creepy, It's a chilling descent into the Devil's Forest, where what they thought was just another van camping trip nearly turned into their last. To test whether something is really lurking in the forest, one of them clapped and with a shaky voice dared any unseen spirit to clap back. Then, a sound echoed back from the forest, clear enough to send chills rushing through their veins.
All right, spirits, I want to play a game called hide and clap. We hear you around us right now, but I want you to show us what direction you're in. So what's going to happen is I'm going to make a noise just like this. You ready? Just like this. The fuck was that?
No way.
And what I want you to do is replicate that noise, so let me know what direction you're in. 3, 2, 1. Just like this, spirits, just like this.
Dude, it's right behind you.
Do you want us to come down there? I really don't want to.
I don't either.
Bro, it sounded like something just clapped. Okay. Can we try something?
Oh, fuck, Chaz. Yeah, do it.
It's our favorite game of hide and clap. You ready? Oh, hell no. Hell no.
What was it that answered them? Could something truly be lurking in those woods? Or was it the forest itself reminding them they were not alone? Would you dare step into a place where shadows respond to your call? Or would you run before the unseen shows its face? The deeper the forest, the darker the terror. Let's see what the forest holds for us next. Min Story, a YouTuber whose channel is well known for diving into the paranormal and capturing terrifying encounters on camera. He went camping deep in the forest at night, expecting peace under the stars, but what his camera recorded will send chills down your spine. As he sat by his camp, a dark, ghostly shadow suddenly appeared behind him, silent, shifting around in the darkness. What was that? A spirit haunting the woods? Or something far more mysterious lurking in the dark? Alone in the forest, with only the crackle of fire for comfort, imagine realizing you're not alone. Would you pack up and run for your life, or stay to see what that shadow really is? If your heart's racing now, brace yourself. It's about to get worse. This video was shared by Cursed Urban, a channel known for uncovering the most chilling and unexplainable things caught on camera. He hiked deep into the woods, the night pressing in around him, when suddenly, his flashlight froze on something unusual. Right there, in the middle of the forest, stood a strange structure, long sticks and branches carefully arranged, leaning against a tree, forming a haunting teepee-like shape.
You guys see that? Okay, that I think, let me check. Get the phone out. Yup, that is our point. That teepee structure in the woods is our point. It's so quiet out here, guys. It's unreal. Yeah, this is our point. I don't think I'm going to fit in that, though. It looks a little bit too small for me. Looks like somebody was recently out here, though.
But here's the terrifying question. Who built this? Was it just some campers playing around? Or was it something far more sinister? A ritual site, a warning, or maybe even a place where something waits? The deeper you stare at it, the more unsettling it becomes. It doesn't look random, it looks intentional, almost like a message. Would you dare step closer to check it out? Or would you turn around and run before finding out what it's really for? Just when you think the nightmare is over, it only gets worse. This video was shared by Wididwiputra on YouTube, a channel well known for exploring haunted places and testing courage in the most terrifying locations. He went to an ancient cemetery, said to be the oldest and most cursed in the area. Behind him stands a massive banyan tree, its twisted roots stretching wide, radiating an eerie energy. Locals warn that this place is haunted by Gendruwo and Kuntilanak, spirits often seen here. As he sets up his camera for the night test, the atmosphere thickens. Then his camera caught something very strange moving around the tree. A shadow moves and then vanishes into the thin air. The camera caught this multiple times.
Pasti mengalir dan dilancarkan lagi, teman-teman. Ini teman-teman pohonnya ya. Tuh. Akarnya itu udah bertabang-tabang kemana-mana, teman-teman ya.
What are these strange shadows moving around? Are they the unreal creature guarding the tree? Alone, surrounded by unseen forces, would you dare stay longer in this cursed graveyard? From whispers to screams, this is the moment you'll never forget. Kuba Mysteri, a YouTuber whose channel is known for venturing into the darkest, most haunted places, uncovering mysteries many would never dare to face. That night, he entered a deep forest, a place hidden from the eyes of most. Locals whispered of unspeakable tragedies. A woman was murdered, and her body was left to rot until it turned to bone. Imagine stepping into that very crime scene at midnight. Would you dare? Then it began. Strange movements in the shadows, whispers all around the forest. What was making those movements? An unknown spirit or what? And then a woman's sobbing cry echoes in the dark. Could it be her spirit, forever trapped?
Allahu Akbar. Terus dia kabur. Dia kabur juga. Astaghfirullahaladzim. Masya Allah. Kayak ada yang lari di arah sini, cuy. Arah sini ada yang lari tadi.
What would you do if the spirit of a murdered soul stood before you crying? What's next isn't just creepy, it's the stuff of nightmares. Franco TV on YouTube shared this terrifying video. His channel is known for venturing into the darkest, most haunted places, capturing what most of us would never dare to see. He went alone into the cemetery at night, with nothing but his flashlight and courage guiding him through the silence. Every step echoed like the dead themselves were listening. Suddenly, his eyes caught something unusual, a strange, dazzling shadow moving in the distance. It flickered like light, yet carried the form of something alive.
Right now I am in the room, and it is complete dark in here. I could barely see anything in front of me. I can see the light on the outside. Hola? I saw what looked like some sort of like a reflection of light. Turn off the light. Turn off the light. Oh, what was that? The light.
His heart raced. Was this a wandering ghost? A restless spirit moving between the graves? Or something far more sinister hiding in the dark? Alone in the cemetery, with the unknown watching back at you, would you keep recording? Or would you run before the shadows close in? What comes next might be the most chilling part of all. This video was posted by Yupri Karim, a creator known for diving into the world of the paranormal and capturing the most unsettling experiences on camera. He decided to spend the night camping deep in the forest, completely alone. At first everything was quiet, just the sound of the trees swaying. But then, the silence broke. Strange animal-like voices began echoing through the darkness. The deeper the night grew, the louder and closer the sounds became. Imagine being out there, surrounded by nothing but shadows, unsure of what's lurking just outside your tent. Was it really animals making those noises, or something far more sinister? Could it be spirits mimicking voices to lure him out, or a creature of the forest watching, waiting for him to step outside? If you were in his place, would you dare unzip that tent and face whatever was calling in the night, or would you stay hidden, hoping morning comes before it finds you?